Well, my name is Edna Adan-Ismail. I'm a nurse and a midwife by profession. And I'm from the Republic of Somaliland, and we happen to be in the capital of the Republic of Somaliland in Hargeisa. We're also in the Edna Adan University Hospital. We are a referral hospital. Anybody too complicated, nobody knows what to do, they're too poor, they're too smelly, they're too whatever. Oh, just send them to Edna. And that's the person I'm happy to be here for.
The main challenge that we have is the shortage of the anesthesia providers. Still, we have that problem.
My main focus is to train more anesthesia providers who can provide and safe anesthesia to pregnant mothers in order to reduce the infant maternal mortality rate.
And we owe that immensely to Kijabe Hospital, because they provided us with the trainers. Kijabe provided us with the trainers. Kijabe provided us with their training program and curriculum. And with their support, we're training our staff according to the Kenya Nurse Anesthesia Training Program.
So it was a limitation, but in real life it can happen.
The relationship between Kijabe and the Edna Hospital in Somaliland started many years way back into the early 2000s, and this was because of the visits that the surgeons used to visit Somaliland. So the surgeons and anesthetists and other medical professionals could organize what we call a surgical camp. And after 1 week we go back. We go back to our country, Kenya. So we did that for several years. So in that process of doing that, the Edna realized that she didn't have an anesthetist in our country.
10 years ago, in 2014, there was only one formally trained anesthetist in the entire country of Somaliland. The majority of anesthesia, even for things like cesarean sections, was delivered by informally trained anesthetists.
We saw the great need that was there for training, and for anesthesia we started a nurse anesthesia training, and now it's been 12 years since. By then there wasn't any trained anesthetist, whether a physician or a nurse. But currently, 12 years down the line, almost every hospital has a nurse anesthetist, and the training is continuing.
So to have safe surgery, you have to have anesthesia, and you have to have someone who's capable of doing it. 20 years ago in Somaliland, certainly very few anesthesia providers, and they were trained on the job.
Anesthesia is very important, so surgery cannot happen without anesthesia. So every patient who's going to have a surgery, he needs an anesthesia.
And so anesthesia are the people who are both physicians and non-physicians who are involved in watching the heart rate, the blood pressure, the breathing, and really taking care of the pain. People that have surgery need to be sedated and unconscious and really watching all their physiological changes.
What they have done is really identified the most underserved parts of Somaliland, identified nurses from those regions who come here to Hargeisa to be trained and then go back to those areas. And it's had a huge impact on this country. Now, there's now been over 80 nurse anesthetists trained here who are working in all corners of this country, providing safe anesthetic care for mothers and babies and all surgical patients presenting to hospitals here.
Before I go to my region, there was only one guy who can do the general anesthesia. And the Togno region people population is 500,000 for only one anesthetist. But now The students that Edna produced and trained, they change a lot. We are 4 in the Togda region. Still we are not many, but we can provide safe anesthesia.
We're training anesthesia providers to give them more continuing education, see how well they're doing, see what more they need to be taught, and this is what we're very blessed to be able to do.